Section 3 here for time for acceptance and counteroffers and the effective date. Section 3A talks about the time for acceptance, and it says, if not signed by buyer and seller and an executed copy delivered to all parties on or before blank, this offer shall be deemed withdrawn. So what does that mean? Today is February 25th. If we put February 25th in that line and the buyer submits an offer to the seller, if the seller does not sign the contract or counteroffer today, then the offer is deemed withdrawn and there is no contract. So if the seller receives an offer and they don't counter it or they don't accept it today and they do it tomorrow, there is no contract. It's actually another offer from the seller to the buyer. And then if we jump to the next line, it says, unless otherwise stated, time for acceptance of any counteroffers shall be within 2 days after the day the counteroffer is delivered. So what does that mean? The buyer submits an offer to the seller on Friday, and then the seller gives a counteroffer on that same Friday. When does the buyer have to respond by? Standard F tells us how to calculate time in the contract. It says calendar days shall be used in computing time periods. The next part says time is of the essence in this contract, and it's in bold. Time is of the essence is a legal term of art that's been around for centuries. That means that all of the deadlines in this contract are extremely important. So if any of you have dealt with buyers and sellers from different countries, they may not be familiar with our system of law here and our contractual system. They might be from a country that has civil code, or still have a monarchy where a king decrees the laws or something like that. That is totally different than the English common law, where time is of the essence. So if the inspection period ends on February 25th, or the time for acceptance ends on February 25th, it's not like we could just go to the next day and say, oh, well, we all kind of meant to go to the next day. If it's not in writing and signed, it's over. And if you bring that argument into court, the judge is going to laugh at you. It's extremely important to understand the time periods in this contract. And if you have foreign buyers or sellers, you need to be able to explain that to them too, that yeah, these are hard deadlines and you can't just go past one of the deadlines and think that you're going to be okay. So the next part of this says, other than time for acceptance and the effective date as set forth in paragraph 3. It's saying that this section doesn't apply to that. So other than time for acceptance and effective date as set forth in paragraph 3, any time periods provided for or dates specified in this contract, whether pre-printed, handwritten, typewritten, or inserted herein, which shall end or occur on a Saturday, Sunday, or national legal holiday, shall extend to 5 p.m. on the next business day. This is the only time we deal with business days. Again, it says other than time for acceptance and effective date. So this section is saying if a deadline ends on Saturday, Sunday, or national legal holiday, then it goes to 5 p.m. on the next business day, unless it is the time for acceptance or the effective date. So if we think about this from an offer standpoint, let's say you get an offer on a Saturday and you accept it on a Saturday. The effective date is Saturday. It doesn't have to go to the following business day at 5 p.m., okay? Because that section said except for time for acceptance and the effective date. So going back to the original example, buyer submits an offer, the seller counteroffers on Friday. Saturday would be day 1, Sunday would be day 2. And this section says any counteroffers shall be within 2 days after the day the counteroffer was delivered. So if a seller counteroffers on Friday, the buyer has to respond by Sunday. Otherwise, the deal is dead.